What's going on, guys? My name is Doug. Welcome to another video. I'm very happy to see you guys here again today. We're going to be reacting to another submission from one of my subscribers. This is a producer who goes by the name DiegoTheOlive, or also just by Olive. I will be putting a link to his Instagram in the description so that you can go and follow him and check out some of his other stuff. He sent in a beat and he asked to hear my opinion on it. He wants to see me react to it and kind of share some of my thoughts on how he might be able to make this better and things like that. So that's what I'm going to be doing here today. If you would like me to react to one of your beats or to a song by one of you or your friends, hit me up on my Instagram DMs. And also, don't forget that on the 15th of this month, I am going to be recording and dropping another episode of Putting Y'all On. You have up to 2 submissions that you can send in through my Instagram DMs for that episode specifically. So be sure to get those in by the 15th. And if you don't make it onto this month's episode, you can try again next month, because every month on the 15th, I will be dropping a new episode of Putting Y'all On. It has become a monthly series. And so just be sure to get those submissions in by then. Beyond that, you all know the various different ways that you can support the channel and show some love. So I'm not even going to get into that. I'm going to just leave that to you, let you do your thing. I'm going to do my thing, and we're going to get into this beat. It's called Redemption, and it's by DiegoTheOlive. Let's get to it. So already right here, and by the way, forgive the background noise, it's raining today. Right now, I'm hearing a really cool melody. It's very nice and dark. It sounds like it might be a Sakura preset, which I think is really fire. I think that it could definitely benefit from some more volume, maybe some compression as well, maybe add a sound goodizer on there to make it a little louder, make it stand out from the rest of the tracks. I also think that that 808 could use a little bit more volume as well in their introduction, just because it's not really punching a whole lot. So that could really help this sound already. So when we got that actual beat drop, I think that the drum pattern is pretty nice. I think that you could probably do with a little bit more flair on the hi-hats. Having only that main melody and that 808 really leaves something to be desired. And so we need a little bit more flair in the hi-hats instead of just having it on the every two beats. I also think that towards the end of the 4th bar, when you have that triplet kick and hi-hat pattern, I think that that was a really cool way to lead us into the next downbeat. Maybe adding a few more counter melodies as well as raising the volume on that main melody would make this feel a little bit more fleshed out during that first beat drop. I also think that maybe doing a little bit less with the kicks would make this sound a little better, because you do have kind of an intricate 808 pattern, and so having the kick playing alongside that, there's just a little bit too much going on between the kicks and the 808s. So not enough melody, too much going on between the kick and the 808, and not enough going on in the hi-hat pattern, I think. So changing those things would really make this beat drop a little bit better. And then we just headed into this first verse, and it really sounds empty without the 808 and only having the hi-hat, and it sounds like on every 4th beat. It really leaves, again, something to be desired. So some counter melodies, maybe a synth bass instead of an 808 right here would be really cool, just to add a little bit more depth to your actual sound. I think that the sound selection is pretty dope. You know, it's actually, you've got a nice sounding kick, nice snare, not any complaints there. So, you know, just a few tips that could really help make this sound a little bit better. This little breakdown section that's got a different melody is pretty dope, actually. With a little bit of fleshing out, this little breakdown section could be really, really special. Because I'm really digging this chord progression that you've got going on. So there's a whole lot of potential to what you've got here. Yeah, man, so after that little breakdown section that I said had lots and lots of potential, we kind of got a segment that repeated what we had previously with the intro and then the drop in the verse. Yeah, I think that honestly right here you've got the building blocks for something that could be really, really dope. Like I said, I love the preset that you have. I think the preset is great. I like the drum selection, the sound selection I think is fine. I would mess around with, during the chorus portion of the kick pattern, and use less kicks. I would give absolutely more volume to the 808. Maybe sidechain the kick to the 808 so that they could mesh together a little bit better. Definitely add a counter melody or a synth bass during the verse, just to give us a bit more of a feeling of this track being fleshed out. It feels a little empty during the verses. I definitely think that having the hi-hat patterns be a little bit more embellished during the chorus would really work as well. Maybe add another hi-hat and have it do just rolls in the background, pan them left and right, pitch them, and things like that. That could be really interesting. But in terms of the chord progression and the actual melody that you have, again, adding volume and a little bit of compression to it to make it stand out and bring it more to the forefront of your track, I think that you've got something that really has a lot of potential to be great, especially during that little bridge section where the chord progression changes. It's got a really nice dark vibe to it. I think you could really embellish that and make it special, make it a huge key moment of the track. So I think that there's just a whole lot of potential here. I'm not certain that this is a work in progress or whether this is finished. But if this is unfinished, those are just some tips that you could probably implement to make this sound a little bit better. But right now, like I said, definitely have a whole lot of potential. It doesn't sound bad at all. It just sounds a little bit empty. But you've got a whole lot of really great stuff here to work with. And yeah, honestly, I don't really have any complaints about it. I think that everything that you have is good and it can be made better. And I don't think that anything about what you have already is necessarily bad. So yeah, I think that you're doing a great job. I think that you definitely need to keep working on this. And this could be really special. I hope to hear it once it's finished. I hope that you would be able to send it in. Maybe it'll show up on an episode of Putting Y'all On, or looking through type beats on YouTube, or things like that. That'd be really dope to have like a callback to this video and see the progression. I'm really excited about that. So thank you so much, DiegoTheOlive, for sending this in. I really appreciate you trusting me for my opinion on your music. I think that it's awesome that you guys value my opinion the way that you do. Like I said at the beginning of this video, if you would like to do the same thing and send in a beat or a song and have it critiqued, hit me up on my Instagram. And be sure to send in those submissions for Putting Y'all On as well. And thank you so much for watching the video, guys. I will be back with another video very soon. Until then, you guys be sure to stay safe out there. Peace out.